Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds, and the star lineup for tonight is we have Professor Flowers, Devin, the dude Dylan, and 100% RC. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
Man, doing good on this Wednesday night. Man, we got a lot of good topics to talk about. Ain't that right, RC?
Yes, indeed.
Hey, yeah, I know you got something on your mind. I can tell already.
Yep.
Hey, just don't hurt your boy too bad, all right?
I don't think he could be hurt more than he already hurt, man. Look at that picture, man. That's horrible.
But it was on Demon Time.
Yes, indeed. So
it was on Demon Time.
So I figured out why we kept getting banned on not banned but restricted on TikTok. They said that you gotta keep it on your face the whole time. You can't, how we do, we play videos and we show pictures and stuff, but apparently you gotta keep it on your face the whole time. So
they got too many rules.
Right. Like that, I guess they expect you to go live directly from your phone. I guess that's how they want it set up, where they just want you live on your phone, not doing a show or nothing like that. So, hey, if y'all new here, like and subscribe, share with family and friends. We appreciate the support. We usually go live on Tuesdays, but life be life, and we had to move some stuff around. So we appreciate y'all being here tonight. Shout out to people on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, even on TikTok, even though we're getting suppressed right now. But like and subscribe. So, hey, RC, how you want to start this thing off? You want to go with Deshaun Watson and let you settle in? We let it roll in, and we roll in the show, and then we get into your boy. So, hey, I wish Gatwood were here to say his piece on Deshaun. He been kind of quiet a lot, and that's probably a boy. He ain't defending him like he should. So, I got a clip of Deshaun Watson talking about his time in Cleveland.
Man, I didn't have no reaction. I think the biggest thing is, I think you guys know too, and I think the whole world knows. It has nothing to do about the performance. It's a little bit personal than that. So, I think that's it's a disrespectful thing. So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep whatever I feel with me and my family internally on how I feel about that. And yeah, just move on.
But don't you think, Deshaun, that winning and playing better would eliminate some of that booing?
Last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles. And that same fan base, they cheered when I got hurt. So does that have to do with, what does that have to do with anything about performance? When a person get hurt, especially for your own city, and they cheer.
Does any of that make you regret coming here?
No, I don't regret anything in my life. You know, I think the Lord put me through situations for a reason, so I don't regret anything at all. But you know, I had different thoughts on how it was going to be, but it is what it is. Sometimes the tables turn, and I'm patient enough because I'm a child of God to wait for that time to change. So I'm not tripping on it. I'm not tripping on it.
So we just heard from Deshaun Watson talking about his time in Cleveland, the fans booing him when he got hurt, when he tore his Achilles. So if y'all didn't know, Deshaun Watson was named the starter of the Cleveland Browns, which caused a very big uproar in Cleveland because everybody knows Shador has been playing better. And fans, they just don't like Watson. They want him out of there. But ownership, I believe, say otherwise. So, RC, what's your thoughts on Deshaun Watson getting a starting job and his take on the fans?
I think they had to play him because of the money deal. I mean, almost like throwing him to the wolves now. We're going to get something for you. We got to get something for you. I mean, we paid you all this money. You've played 18 games in 3 years. I think that's what the number was I saw. So, hey, it's business, and they want to see a return on the investment, whether that's him going out playing well or him laying on his back looking up at the sky. They don't care at this point. I do believe they want to see a return on their investment. It's kind of like cattle. The people who's in the cattle, sometimes they get bulls that ain't worth nothing, but they gonna get something for them. Either they gonna sell them to be slaughtered, but they're gonna get a return on their investment. And I think this is what's going on here. He wasn't a better quarterback. I hate to hear him go through the whole dynamic of being booed. And he said he ain't tripping, but if he wasn't tripping, you wouldn't have brought it up. But Deshaun is like in a tough situation because I feel like he was scapegoated with this whole situation. But I guess we'll talk about that later. But I think Cleveland is a shit show as per usual. So any Cleveland Browns fan watching this, saddle up and go for another ride.
Oh, they already thinking about the number one pick. They already thinking about a new quarterback and all that type of jazz. Devin, what's your thoughts on Deshaun Watson being named the starter?
I think he got a similar situation like he did at the Giants last year. Not a lot of people wanted to see Russell Wilson come out there. They wanted to see the young Jackson Dart and see what he could bring. But I'm kind of going to agree with it. Sean's seen the field more. He's seen more NFL plays. But, I don't see the need to rush Sanders into a failed system. Well, I put him out there and see him fail at Cleveland. Let Sean go out, let him do his thing, but I think they're doing right. Let Shador sit a little longer, let him marinate, and when the time's right, it'll be a big pop for him. It'll be a big pop for sure.
Yeah, I think like you said, there's no reason to rush Shador. I feel like you gotta play Shador to see what you have. If you have a future, if not, you need to plan for the future. So I think that everybody's mindset is like, man, we are seeing Watson. I mean, so what happened? Watson go out there and we have a decent year. Now we're back in the middle of a pack picking in the middle of the draft where a lot of the quarterbacks that come into the draft next year are gonna be going off the draft board quick. So they looking at that and they looking at Watson too as a man like. We didn't want him. I think Cleveland fans clearly didn't want him. And ownership, they pay him all his money. And like you said, they not getting nothing in return for their investment. And the fans are feeling some type of way. I heard that Todd Monken really wants Shador, but they think the owner is having a different say on who's starting. Klaus, what's your thoughts on Deshaun?
That's exactly what you just said. I was on here a few weeks ago, and I think I made this exact same statement about I think that Deshaun will get that job because of politics. You know my rule, my quarterback rule is I feel like if both guys are neck and neck, go with the younger guy. But you got $200+ million investing in somebody, they're gonna put that out there first. I just think that's what it is. I don't think Todd Monken had a choice in this decision whatsoever. I think Cleveland is a young, talented team. They have a lot of good young up-and-coming talent. If they can continue to play their cards right, eventually they're gonna come out of this hole that they've been in for a long time. But they need to find a quarterback. And just speak on Deshaun's half, I think he's valid and being upset about fans booing, when he got hurt. I'll never advocate for anybody booing if somebody's down on the ground. That's not cool. But in fairness with the Cleveland fans, they've seen it for 5 years. They got maybe 20. I don't even think he got 20 games in the 4 years he's been there. So I think that's fair on the Cleveland fans. But I'm just in the realm of, and I don't mean any disrespect when I say this to Sean. I'm just in the realm of I feel like his body giving up on him. He's been through so many injuries. And I just think people think about Deshaun from the past, and it doesn't. And I don't think they correlate with what's really going on with him now currently. He throws a lot of balls that sail, a lot of balls in the dirt. I probably bet him for an interception first game. I gotta see who they playing, but I think that first 2 games are away. So hey, if he can come out, do a decent job, it'll warm him up, to get to Cleveland the 3rd week. But you gotta think, man, if they go out 0-2, and he already has this, I'm gonna call it a phobia against the Cleveland fans. If he goes 0-2, you probably gonna push a door in when they get back to the home to do the home opener.
Right, because he said it feel like a road game at home. He said he on a 17 game road schedule. Like, I think he's mentally hurt, mentally injured. You can tell the way he come at the podium, tell how he go about practice. Todd Monken does require that his quarterback to make adjustments in the line, and I don't know if Shadur is there yet, so that's probably why it's safe to say that Sean Watson need to start. But like Flowers mentioned, the first 2 games are road games. So who knows? Week 3, you might see Shador, especially if he's thinking up the first 2 weeks, which
it's very possible.
I'm leaning towards him sticking up the first 2 weeks. So
Well,
another
with
message
having that injury, man. But with having that injury, I heard Flowers say he's selling balls. So basically, being able to put your foot in the ground is the issue you have with being able to plant your foot whenever if you tear your Achilles, you feel like you're playing on one leg, whether it's basketball or football. So when he steps, quarterback needs their lower half to push the power and be able to throw deep passes. And I remember my first time doing anything after that, I wanted to go play, flag football, and I stepped in front of a guy, and he ran by me, and I didn't even know he ran by me. That's, it's your legs. You're just not the athlete that you once were. You think you're going to be able to, and that's going to be really tough for him too, getting over the mental part. He's been hurt so much. All he knows is being hurt. So I just wanted to end, man. Not with him getting injured again. Maybe just retire, or he got enough money.
Yeah, he didn't retire.
Plenty of money.
Plenty of money. Like I said, they wasted a whole bag on him, and the fans are just sick of it. It's just they made it personal about the injury, but I really think it wasn't really about the injury. It's about, yes, this man's off the field. I think that was more. I think that was about. I don't think it was. They wanted to see him hurt. They wanted him not to start. They didn't want him to be the quarterback. So that's why I think it really came down to. So there's another team that's been chirping. I wish I had a soundbite of the coach for the Seattle Seahawks, but he said, man, people sleep on them. People overlooking them. They down us. He said that they got most of their players back. The defense is tough. It's still intact. And he said that they feel disrespected. Now, I had the Seahawks. Y'all, Flowers and RC, y'all missed this show last week, but I had the Seahawks going 8-9.
Ooh.
I just feel like Clint, he changed that whole dynamic of that offense. And I didn't know this. Maybe y'all knew this, but Sam Darnold led the NFL in turnovers.
Yeah, I did. I knew that.
I did not know that.
I was waiting on it in the Super Bowl. He didn't give it to me, but he definitely did.
So with that nugget, with Clint gone, I feel like Clint did a good job of hiding his hiding some of his weaknesses and stuff. And with him gone, who knows what that offense is gonna look like. Flowers, what you feel like with the Seahawks? Is they being disrespected?
Very, very, very much, man. 20 or 22 stars returning. I don't think you can sleep on that. I understand the offense coordinator gone. I'm not sure if they did an in-house hire as far as with the offense. I think they did. No, don't quote me on that. But those guys are a bunch of vets on that team, man. Darnold's a vet. You got talent on the outsides. The run game will be fine. That offensive line is pretty good. Defensively, they're good. I just think it's wrong to the write them down. Look, they can win that division. I think they're one of still the best teams in the NFL. I have to be fair. You don't do what they did last year and think that they can't replicate far as just being successful. One of the fastest teams on the field last year. If you just watched them, that's not going anywhere. Physical, that's not going anywhere. But of course, turnovers and stuff and injuries play a part of things. But I think 8-9. I think that's a cheap shot against them.
I went 8-9 because nobody saw them even being as good going into the season. Nobody even saw them going to the Super Bowl. I mean, so that has to be a factor in that team getting them this far. What was that factor? Is what I'm looking at, and I feel like it was Clint.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you what it
I
was.
understand what you're saying with Clinton, but you can't discount what the head coach did with the defense. It's one of the best defenses.
I mean, they had a defense. They had a defense that 2 years before they got.
You got to think about it. You just said that Sam Darnold turned over the ball the most in the NFL. You got to have a pretty good damn defense to be able to hide that. Got to.
Let me tell you what.
But you also got
I think they were undefeated on the road last year. It's a lot about that team, man. Just them, that coach, man. The way he got it set up, man. Those guys will run through a wall for that guy. So I just think that you got to tread lightly with a team like that. A lot of great young talent on that team.
All right, RC, what's your thoughts?
I think they're gonna be better than the Rams. I'm gonna tell you one thing I've learned about the National Football League: hype don't win you no Super Bowl. Hype and notoriety. Unless you were the Mahomes Chiefs or the Brady's Patriots or the Brady's Bucks, and you were picked out the gate. I just see this team as being locked in together. They love each other. They'll fight for each other. And last year, they reaped the benefits of the Niners being injured. They reaped the benefits of being able to that last game being in Seattle. You playing the replacements, but the Niners are built to play them. They're built to play the Niners. But the Rams is the one team in the division that I think everybody just didn't push them out and say they're the best team because of what possibly they may be. But I think Seattle could win the division, like Flower said. When the Niners look in the mirror, I don't think they fear the Rams. They fear the Seahawks because the Seahawks don't care nothing about they. You want to beat a bully. I always say bully a bully. And that's what they're going to do with you. If you're a team that's physical, they're going to match your physicality. So I believe they can win the division again. But Sam Darnold will be the deciding factor because now he'll be unleashed and be able to I don't know the guy that they have in place, but he ain't Kubiak. Kubiak, like you said, ran the hell out the ball and took the ball out of his hand and had situational throws. But I think Seahawks can win the division, though.
You said that the Seahawks gonna win the division. So you saying that the Rams gonna make the playoffs, Seahawks gonna make the playoffs, 49ers gonna make the playoffs. Though you saying
3 teams. Didn't they all make the playoffs last year?
Yeah, I'm just saying they're gonna all 3 do it again. One, I feel like not gonna make it.
One might get short end of the stick.
Because you know why they're gonna make the playoffs again? Because the NFC South gonna do what they did again. One team coming out. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do is we gonna depend on
not even close.
So ain't 2 teams ain't coming out the NFC South. So that's the problem right there.
I feel like the Rams the better team in that division. The Seahawks beat them by 3 points. The Rams didn't lose anything. The Seahawks lost 2 key pieces. So I feel like the Rams are being constructed.
Well, when
now.
You say key, hold on, wait. When you say key piece, I understand they lost Kenneth Walker, but before Kenneth Walker was the superhero after the Super Bowl, him and Zach Charbonnet was splitting carries.
And they just drafted that guy.
Kenneth Walker, you know why they were splitting carries, right? Because Kenneth Walker couldn't stay healthy.
But Charbonnet was about this close to starting over Kenneth Walker. It was necking. I mean, that's why Carroll drafted Charbonnet. He's seen something in him, and as the years have passed, they've been neck and neck.
Did Charbonnet coming off from an ACL?
I think it's an ACL, but the kid from Notre Dame, the Price kid, they can plug him in and just get some results from it.
So
All
this
right,
is the thing
Devin.
to see.
So
Go ahead. My
Go
bad.
ahead
I'm
and get your
sorry.
thought in. No, you can go
I
ahead.
just think you kind of with Seattle. I think we need to leave them alone because they won the Super Bowl. I think if you talk about quarterback play, Jalen Hurt and Sam Darnold are your last two Super Bowl winners, and neither one of them are just barn burners at quarterback. So you don't need a quarterback to go out and play like Dan Marino to win the Super Bowl. Just don't turn it over, and you'll get the trophy.
Yeah, you got to get high at the right time, but also with that, with Sam Darnold, it was scheme. The scheme was right, but
It worked.
we see Devin. We've seen the history of Super Bowl teams falling off the map. I guess RC is losing to a dynasty run with the Seahawks, but I don't know where he's taking his the Seahawks to. But do you see a drop off from the Super Bowl?
So if you put the shoe on the other foot and we say it's the Kansas City Chiefs, would we doubt them?
Come on, Devin.
Come on now. If you
I mean, it's Mahomes and Andy Reid.
Yeah.
No, I mean they got a history of it.
I mean, we can't.
These guys don't have a history of string along wins like that. They usually fall off.
But we can't forget they just won the Super Bowl. What exactly has Seattle done to suddenly just become irrelevant? I mean, they haven't lost that many. They maintained their offensive line. Did they lose players? Yes, every championship team loses players in the offseason. It happens. So, but they have continuity. They have the confidence of being the defending champions. They know what it takes to make it through the playoffs. I think, like RC said, if they can do something to cover up these turnovers, they got it. I mean, they'll be a contender for next year. So I'd like to see them make another run for it.
I don't think they make another run. It's hard to repeat success from last year.
Oh, no doubt. I ain't saying they're gonna repeat now. I just think they're not gonna be on 8-9.
All right, so man, there were some other teams that I posted my standings, and of course, everybody always got a problem with something. You can't please everybody. So I'm gonna name off some teams, y'all tell me who have the better season. Since these teams were in my inbox the most, the Cowboys, out of these 4 teams, which team will have a better season? The Cowboys, the Seahawks, the Chiefs, or the Steelers? We'll go with you, Devin.
I'm going to go with nostalgia on this one. I'm kind of hoping it's the Steelers for Aaron Rodgers one last ride here.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go nostalgia. Just like
one
making that run against y'all, I wanted to see it happen. But,
one last ride in the wheelchair for Aaron Rodgers.
He's 42. He's openly described that this is probably his last season. He wanted to play with Mike one more time. See his old Green Bay head coach. I'm just going to play. He's already got a Super Bowl. He's already got his MVPs. He doesn't really need another Super Bowl to, cement his legacy, but kind of like icing on the cake. One last ride, see him win that trophy. Off to Disney it goes and off to the sunset, and
that's
probably the Hall of Fame.
That's interesting, Devin. Aaron Rodgers. Check down, Mr. Check. It was the double. What was his thing? Double check. Yeah, discount double check. Last year he was discount dump it off check. You know what I'm saying?
If he didn't, he's gonna be dead.
It was discount dump it off check from him last year. Flowers, out of them 14s, who do you have?
Seahawks, no doubt.
RC.
I'm with him. Seahawks. I mean, the other teams. Well, the Dallas team. Everybody. I've never seen a team more happy in preseason. I never seen a team more happy about a backup quarterback playing against backup DBs. I've never seen a team talk that much. So, and they got to play my division, and they got to play the West, the AFC West. Good luck with that. But I think the Seahawks, man. I really think the Seahawks. I've been watching a little bit of Hard Knocks, man, and I like they kind of they're like a college football team.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, what's y'all thoughts on the Chiefs, man? Well, we saw Patrick Mahomes been regressing the last 2-3 years, but they added Kenneth Walker to that team. That the Chiefs had a hard time running the ball. They added some defensive pieces, and a lot of people are down the Chiefs. Flowers, go ahead since you had your finger up.
Mhm. I mean, it's fair. Then I think I heard something about Kenneth Walker having a foot problem today. I don't think it's major, but I mean that's that's something. You looking going into the season. I think they start off slow. Mahomes is still rehabbing. He's gonna play, of course, but he's still rehabbing.
Week 1.
So
Yeah.
I would think that the Kansas City Chiefs, the first month of September, they're probably gonna be a run heavy team. They're not gonna put the ball in Patrick Mahomes' hand and throw it 40 times. I think it's gonna be a good overflow of running, and they'll make Patrick, not do too much early, and I think they'll probably be better as the season go along. But that's just my opinion.
So it sounds like a lot of analysts and other people are writing off Patrick Mahomes. Devin, you ready to write off Patrick Mahomes?
I don't know. I think he's still got a few more tricks up his sleeve to come out and maybe grab some of that old magic, but never say never with him. Never say never with Andy Reid. So they might could. I don't want to see it, but they might could.
RC, you writing off Patrick Mahomes?
I hate to do hypotheticals, but if it had not been for Kyle Shanahan being, we wouldn't even be talking about Patrick Mahomes.
That's true.
You think about both of those. You think about both of those Super Bowls. Then you think about that Super Bowl with the Eagles, and y'all talk about Jalen Hurts, but he was fabulous in that Super Bowl. And it came down to the final play to Juju of all people. And then you just think about his career, Mahomes. And so now, if this was the difference between him and Brady, and why I don't think Mahomes will have longevity, because the play style. Mahomes like to do all that running around and whoop-de-doo, and I don't know if you can play from the pocket consistently and take them licks, and they've never gotten a guy in offensive line. So I don't think it's Mahomes per se. It's Kelsey's getting older. Mahomes been injured and he's digressing, and it's like the league is getting better around him. So yeah, I believe in Mahomes and always will. I just think things happen in sports where windows close or teams just catch up. So yeah, I think they're not going to be as good as they've been unless he develops this whole playing a different play style. I don't think he's gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, I forgot who was saying this, but they think that he reverting to his Wild Wild West at Texas Tech, where he's not being under control in that offense, that he kind of like ad-libbing a little bit, which could be, I can see that, where he's seemed like he's more like, okay, we just gonna wing this thing and we're gonna get it done. And unfortunately, injuries are holding them back from taking that next step as a team. But it's hard to say with Patrick Mahomes. Like I said, with Andy Reid, you never count them out. But I'm more leaning to count them out because the ALC is just getting stronger.
Yeah,
and they getting younger.
Yeah. A whole new secondary. They got some babies in the secondary. And Kansas City is real good with drafting corners. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think they brought back what's his name?
Snead.
They brought back Snead. You got the guy from LSU. Like I said, that defensive line, Chris Jones, is getting older. Those guys are getting older. A lot of moving pieces in and out. A lot of stuff they got to mesh together. But from the past 2 years, talent-wise, the AFC, in my opinion, surpassed. I mean, a lot of the Chargers and the Broncos are longer in the division. As far as talent, they're more talented than them. The Raiders are another draft or two away from being something serious in that division if they do it right. So,
right. And they took Worthy. They expected Worthy to be a lot more than he is now, and he haven't been that deep threat that they thought he would be. He more of a get him open type of guy, crossing routes and stuff like that. So Rasheed Rice staying in and out of trouble. So they got a lot of different turmoils going on with that team. And like I said, everybody else getting younger and faster, and the Chiefs are old. So it's gonna be interesting for sure. We're gonna take a sponsor break. We brought to you by Bucked Up Energy. Whether you grinding through work, hitting the gym, or locking in for the game, Bucked Up delivers clean energy and great taste. You need to stay focused from start to finish. Grab your favorite flavor and fuel your next win. Head over to Bucked Up. You can visit your local Walmart and CVS and Walgreens. Bucked Up Energy. So last week we did the NFC West. Do y'all want to hear? I don't know. Y'all saw it on Instagram, RC.
I saw it.
Do you want to hear it?
I'm not. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I have the Rams at 13-4. Then after the Rams, I have the 49ers 11-6. Then I have the Seahawks at 8-9 and the Cardinals at 5-12. So that's how my the Seattle fans were very upset with me. So they'll let me have it. I'm like, whatever. Hey, don't get mad at me because that's what I see from y'all. So hey, I told
Did you tag Seattle? I wish you would have tagged Seattle and see how they really.
Hey, I told one of the guys I'm keeping receipts on all y'all bums in my comments.
You could have gave Seattle 2 wins from the Rams.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. Going after the Super Bowl, it's tough, man. I got. Oh, it's gonna be interesting for sure. I don't see. Do Sam Darnold come back to Clark Kent?
Yeah.
You know, since he was Superman the whole year last year. So this show I'm doing the NFC South. Like I said, shout out to Bet Us. They sent me this book. I don't know if I can see. I got mine last week.
Okay.
All right, yeah, and they have schedules in here with players that left. The draft is down at the bottom. They also have college in here, so it's a cool book they sent to me. Saved me a lot of time. Usually I have to write all this stuff out, but they got it right here in the book for me. So I'm gonna start from last to first. All right. So Vegas have Falcons at 7.5. I have them at 7-10. It's either gonna come down to 2 and pennants, and that's not saying a lot. That's not saying a lot. You know, they lost one of their pass rusher Pierce to suspension. They lost Tyler Algier, Caden Ellis, the best backer on their team. But the defense should be the bright spot of that of that team, along with Bijan Robinson and Drake London. But they just don't have enough, in my opinion, to finish in the positive. Then after that, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 7-10. Baker just been. I know Colin Hurd, he talk about he love an angry Baker because he usually play better when he's angry. But I don't know. It's just something's up with this Tampa Bay team. They lost. They got Mike Evans, their veteran presence in the locker room. Vegas had them at 8.5, which is, you know, it's a NFC South. It's a all right schedule. But I had them finish at 7-10. They lost Levante David. Didn't he retire? I think he retired. Levante David, Rashad Wright. So I don't know. I don't think the Buccaneers offense is going to be as potent as it was last year. Bucket Overing coming off injury. So yeah, the Buccaneers, man, they missing a couple of things on offense. And like you say, they're gonna come out and quarterback play is Baker. If he wants the next paycheck, he gotta play better. I mean, that's what that tells you something right there when your franchise is not investing in you. So they tell me they have doubts. You didn't clear out all the doubts that they have about you.
They just in a place they have to pay a lot of people. They got to pay a lot of their stars right now. They just can't afford it. They're just in a bad place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So hey, this is prove a year for him. If he come out sloppy, then I don't know. Buccaneers at a crossroad with their quarterback. All right. After that, I have the Panthers at 8-9. Vegas had them at 7.5 of the Panthers. Bryce Young, he barely sealed the line with his homeboy Kyler Murray. They lost Rico Dow, their best running back on their team. So again, Kyler Murray is the key to to see how far they go.
You mean
I still not sold Kyler. Man, I'm not sold Bryce Young. It's just, man, he's too small. He's one good leak from being out of the league. I just don't.
You gonna say that like every year until he's done playing? I would imagine.
Till they get a grown man in that position, still a toddler. Then yeah,
Come on,
I
man. You gotta
mean,
stop. We done had this conversation over the past 2 years about this young man.
he had one decent year.
Call a
One
man a
decent year.
toddler.
That one decent. I'm not so. I'm just not. I mean,
I like Dave
with the best
Canales. I like what
receivers.
Dan Morgan is doing with the Panthers. I like what they're doing. I have to be honest. I
Yes,
think
with
the Panthers,
defense.
talented wise, are more talented than the Saints.
Yeah.
Defense wise, yes.
Offensive,
The receivers.
wait a minute. Offensively too, because the offensive line. Honestly, y'all are similar, honestly, but they're better look defensively. Because I mean, I think it's
Yep.
honestly gonna come down between the Panthers and the Saints, but Dan Morgan has did a good job of giving Bryce Young things to play with. You know, they've been waiting on Jonathan Brooks to show up. He's finally healthy. You know, they've been heavy on that kid since they drafted him from Texas. Of course, they lost Rico, but you still got Chuba there. You know, so the running game is gonna be potent. Now, they did scare me. I think they lost both their tackles early in training camp. I think one might be out for a while, but the other one should be back.
They should be back.
That's so yeah, but they lost one of their ends, one of the young guys. But man, that defense is potent. Go ahead.
It just they had a chance to close it out, you know, close to end, but they left it open for the Buccaneers, and you know they were jockeying for position. They lost. Then you know it was 1 week the Buccaneers didn't want it, the Panthers didn't want it, and just somehow the Panthers end up winning the division. Shoot, the Saints had a chance to win it, but you know we came up short. So that's why I'm saying I'm not really sold on the Panthers because of that up and down close to the end of last year when they had a chance to secure it, and you know they just looked up and end up getting it. So I think it's quarterback plays it. I think it's just quarterback play in this division. The defenses for the Falcons are decent. They got pretty good corners. Then, like I said, the Panthers defense is they up there. So it's just quarterback play. I think quarterback play is holding some of these teams back. Then, of course, I have the Saints. Vegas had them at 7.5 wins. I had the Saints going 11-6.
I got a rock out throwing it.
Let me tell you why.
I
mean, we didn't lose too much in the offseason. We lost Mario Davis and Taysom Hill. Cameron Jordan came back.
You can't lose much when you ain't got. You can't lose much when you ain't got much.
Y'all better call that kid back from Ole Miss.
We got a lot. We got a lot. Lante Taylor, he was a non-factor. I mean, he was a solid slot, but he got exposed. So Tyler Shook, again, it's the quarterback play. If Tyler Shook can take the next step as the next Josh Allen, as some of the players are calling him, then we in for a great season.
Well, y'all got a tough one to open up.
Now I'm glad you said that, Fowles. I'm glad you said that, because the Lions is a great test for us week 1. If we somewhat competitive, I say this: if we somewhat competitive in that game and don't get blown out, I think that's a good sign to take from week 1.
Yeah.
You know what Jared Jones call it, a moral victory. You know, that's a moral victory for us. If we don't get blown out, now we get blown out. Okay, it's time to go back to the drawing board. And we win that game, you already know it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a party. If we beat the Lions week 1, because everybody had the Lions as a Super Bowl favorite. So that's a great test.
Where's that game at?
It's in Detroit.
It's in Detroit.
Yes. Okay.
So if we take that week 1, I want to tell y'all can't tell me nothing. I'm letting y'all know. Y'all gonna be hearing who that the whole show. So
after week 1.
After week 1. After week 1, RC, you're gonna be hearing who that the whole time. So if Todd Shuck can take the next step, we good. Wide receiver room is deep. You know, we lost Tyson. You know, I won what they say, you drop on your knees in Walmart. Yeah, I almost did. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, dang on. You know, he had the injury bug in college, and here he go with the hamstring. He out for 2 months, but our room is deep.
He only out for a month. He only out for a month.
Oh, okay, for a month. We got the kid Brown from LSU. I know RC was talking about Trey Lance's brother, but Trey Lance's brother been cooking. He's been cooking. So we got a lot of talent on the offense side of the ball. I think Kellen Moore knew the injuries can be a factor, so he went draft heavy on receiver. He went free agency heavy on receiver, and I think we're gonna be all right. Now the defense, I'm kind of shaky on our back end with the corners. Kool-Aid, he's not really a shutdown guy, and Raleigh, he hit and miss. Linebacker core, I think linebacker core is really our strength. So it's gonna be a good year for us, man. I'm ready to make the playoffs and be with the big dogs.
Who's replacing DeMario Davis?
Caden Ellis.
So he basically keeps Sweat. Okay, keep going.
Oh, stop it. Stop, man. He was in the running. He got like player of the week multiple times. Defensive player of the week multiple times.
Player of the week. I thought you would say player of the
month. He's better in coverage too. Yeah, come on, man. He's better in coverage too in DeMario. DeMario better in the run, but he's better in coverage.
He counting player of the weeks, man. Like, okay. All I know is you gotta like football has weird juju. So the way you're going at the Panthers, they may be the rock or the actual roadblock in the way of you winning that division because they've already made the playoffs. And but I'm saying it's like they've tasted it. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if whoever wins that division. You wouldn't shock me if the Falcons won it. It's just wide open.
The Falcons are the only team I think that don't have a chance to win the division.
Yep,
they don't have a chance because the quarterback.
Because of the quarterback situation.
Yep.
And the line.
As a new coach.
They had injuries on the line.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only new team in the division per se. You get Stefanski, new system. Let's say you got Penix just getting cleared. Tua. I mean, you should have seen what we were doing. I know people will say, well, we got whooped in the preseason, but if you pay attention to the one-on-ones during the week, they didn't look too good.
What they say? They said the joint practices is like 2 preseason games. So actually, they say they have more value in the joint practices than the preseason.
Tua couldn't breathe in 11-on-11.
Well, the joint practices are the new preseason guys. They just ain't told us. That's where the real football is going on. That's where they really finding out who is what. They ain't worried about the preseason. Is just what they being forced to do.
2s and 3s.
Yeah, because people going to watch it.
Right.
Yeah, because that's why the Saints didn't play none of the starters. If y'all didn't know, they haven't played the last 2 preseason because the ones been playing in most of the majority of time in the joint.
There's no need. You get you some work during the week. Let those guys you're trying to figure out who you want to be on the team play, see what they can do, and you pick your team from there.
So y'all good with how I had an NC South?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I think it's gonna be between Carolina and the Saints. Yep. Well, I do think the Bucks do have a chance to be sneaky. We can't sleep on the Bucks. They can possibly win 8 to 10 games. I think it's probably gonna take 9-10 games to win y'all division.
Don't sleep on Ruben Bain, man.
I think the gem for the Bucks is the D line, but their weakness the back end. Right now they just have Wingfield and I think Matt Millen's the corner.
It's still the same team.
The front end of
he gonna get pressure. He gonna bring pressure.
I wish to be honest, I wish we took Bain over Tyson.
Would have made better sense.
Yep. Bain is a game changer.
I really felt that. I really felt we should have took. I feel like since Cameron Jordan's on his way out, I mean, he'll be in a great spot to pair Bain with Young.
Yep.
That'll be a crazy package. So Saints, Kellen Moore. I kind of knew we were gonna go offenses since Kellen Moore's a head coach, he's OC guy, he's offensive guy, so of course he was gonna go offense. Let's move on to college football. Let me put my notes if I can get to it. So LSU and Big Ten has declared that for the NFL draft. Anyone who has declared for the NFL draft and then redraw a period on the NFL roster or signed with a pro league cannot be on a roster. LSU and Big Ten has come out and made a statement, and they said they will fight it in court if they need to. Devin, your thoughts on players are being barred from going back to college?
Look, we used to be scared when quarterbacks would declare after their third year because we knew they weren't going to come back. They'd take that junior year off to the NFL they go, and they didn't come back. Like Lane Kiffin said when he went to LSU, he was going to exploit every single problem in the NCAA, and he was going to make rule changes happen. And I think that's what he's here to do. I mean, SEC did it, Big Ten did it, ACC's doing it. And I think it needs to be something to happen. If you are technically declared a professional athlete, you have no need going back to college and playing with children again. You were a big boy. You have put on your big boy pants. It's time to either take your licks or go work at a car dealership selling cars. Pick your choice.
Well, I gotta be a car dealership.
Look, man, it happens. Look, it's going to be a car dealership. It's going to be insurance sales. They're going to try to sell houses. We know the deal. We know where they're going.
Hey, son, comes on.
Mississippi State. He couldn't make it. He's selling houses in Florida.
Look, remember Deuce Mcloud still had a car dealership?
Hey, don't mess with Deuce. Don't mess with Deuce.
Right on the hill, Ken Nissan.
Yep. Oh man. Flowers, your thoughts on players being barred from going back to college?
I mean, honestly, I feel like we're in a time where manipulation is running rampant in sports, whether it's the W and now the NCAA. So Lane Kiffin comes out and says, well, I'm going to exploit the rules, yada, yada, yada. So if they don't make this ruling, those kids are going to be on LSU team playing. So I just don't understand. I don't understand how Lane Kiffin can be cleaning it up when he's trying to bend the rules per se and use it to his advantage. I just feel like we're starting to revisit things that shouldn't be revisited. This hasn't been a problem until now. So I just don't understand why hasn't it been a problem for 70 plus years until now. I mean when Maurice Claret tried to come out as a sophomore, and it was shut down quick, and he messed up his career for that. So I just don't understand why these players could think they could go in as undrafted free agents or well, the only thing I'm gonna say is like if you don't get drafted, you're an undrafted free agent, and you don't sign on with a team, I think there may be a chance you should let them go back. But as soon as you get into these OTAs and practices with these professional teams, you're cut off. They did the same thing in basketball. We want that in basketball for the longest. They get an evaluation, they go through the process. If they don't like what they hear, they can go back. I'm cool with that. But whether it's basketball, whatever, collegiate sports into professional sports, if you touch the court of the grass as a professional, you do not deserve to go back. Plain and simple. I don't understand why this is becoming news and why we're having to decipher the rules when we know the rules. The rules have always been the rules, but now people want to try to manipulate the rules, and that's my problem.
Wasn't he guys undrafted?
Yes, but they signed on to the tight end. He was in Panthers camp. He got cut from there. Then he went to the Browns camp.
Number one tight end in all of college football last year. Number one tight end.
I was just making sure,
him while he was there. Because there ain't no way you go being the number one guy in college and you can't show out for the Panthers. You can't show out for the Browns.
I would think the Panthers would need a tight end.
Yep.
I mean, if you look at it, Tom Brady's got 1 year left of eligibility at Michigan. He only played 3 years.
Yeah.
Shit, I still got 3 left in college. So I need to. I'm just saying. Do I need to go push the boat? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think because of NIL, I think these guys saw opportunity to go back and make money. If you like you said, either playing football, or are you going to go get a real job?
No, watch this.
The only 2 options.
I'm cool with those guys making money. Like, first of all, that tight, I can't remember his name, the tight end from Ole Miss. you get an evaluation. If I don't hear my name going in the top 4 rounds, I would have stayed anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I just don't think he made a. I don't know if he had an agent. I don't know who was coercing him, but the money they make in college nowadays, I was if it was somebody like that. If I'm not guaranteed top 60 pick, I'm probably staying in college and milking that. If it was me,
You got to. You make more in college now than you do as a rookie in NFL.
definitely
Yeah.
an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
So that's what they literally thought. They're like, man, I can go back to college and make money and go get a real job and work.
And they should have cleaned this shit up when those college basketball players started doing it. That's when they should have cleaned it up.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, I have a gripe because I was telling the guy this earlier, man. I'm old enough to remember Chris Winkie, a 27-year-old Heisman Trophy winner.
Mhm.
So the inconsistency of college, whoever governs this whole mess, because you've had this issue when you got baseball players who go off and play baseball and they be 26 and 27. You got a kid from here, Jordan Adams, I think his name, from Mississippi. He's playing with SMU now. I think he's like 25, 26.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been going on, but I think the issue with it now is, like you said, they see opportunity to exploit it, but it seems like the NCAA they only want to get the kids in order. They don't want to get the people who running the show, the coaches, in order, because Bobby Bowden never complained about his quarterback being 27 years old. That's a 27-year-old Heisman Trophy winner. Let that marinate on your spirit. So we've seen this before. I just think it will get nipped in the butt, but that's nipping in the butt when the kids do something crazy, when it ain't benefiting somebody else. And in closing, I think LSU. I have an issue with LSU, man. They're like right now. LSU and San Francisco got this whole. San Francisco not so much as LSU. LSU looks for the drama. They're going to insert ourselves. We're going to be the first ones to get these guys. We don't let Jacksonville State get it. We're not going to let Vanderbilt get it. We're going to run down there and put our name in the hat of all controversy. And, it's going to be this all year. And it's just, come on, Lane Kiffin, can you allow somebody else to do some crazy shit, man? Like, I mean, he's the most, I'm confused by his commentary, and I'm confused about what when he says he wants to exploit something. Because you're the last person to be exploiting anything. Like, leave it alone. Go play your season, man, because your player's going to be up on a lot of pressure because of the stuff you're doing in the offseason. I know they can't wait to kick that ball off. They can't wait to do it.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin, he always find a way to win. That's for sure. Right now, LSU ranked 11th in the AP poll, so I guess he's doing all thing he can to make sure that they get the wins.
They ain't winning.
They ain't winning.
They ain't winning.
See the 47-year-old freshman for San Jose City College this year?
Yeah, man.
Got a D1 47-year-old freshman this year.
You got to have an age limit, and you got to understand that there is in football, if you got a 17, 18, 19-year-old playing against a 25-year-old, he's out of his league.
That still gives me hope to go play.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, man, I was in the right room killing it, before I got married.
The rules are so insane. It's crazy. I just wish these rules would have happened when I was playing. You can go to junior college and it don't count against your eligibility. What?
So think about this. The last 3 national champions, Michigan included, and that started with the last couple teams who played against those teams. The 2 teams that was playing last year were loaded with older players. Miami and Indiana. I mean, you got to understand that the plays that were being made were made by the older players. Like that kid that we drafted, Kalon Black, he had a great game. Then Mendoza had the wherewithal to be able to make the plays he was making. It does make a difference because they're going to show up in the big plays. Those players are going to show up in the big pivotal points of the game.
For sure. That's why the NCAA, they trying to crack down on all this stuff, man. Let's move on to some WNBA.
Lord.
Oh man, it's crazy. Wild Wild West in the WNBA. So I have a video of Cantor and versus Mcloud going at it at the Chicago Sky game.
Point basketball game. Chicago staying in it. Natasha Cloud. And right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena after Natasha Cloud got that bucket. She wanted her voice heard. We have talked about the conversations surrounding the W. That is Enes Kanter in the building today. And he has voiced how he's felt about the situation. Natasha Cloud voicing her opinion as well. Kanter was just escorted out.
All right, so that went down. Kanter said that she started screaming at him first, how he was clapping for Sophie Cunningham, and she said that Sophie Cunningham ain't gonna sleep with him. So then after that, you know, Clouds make the free throw and she go down to the court and say something else to Kanter, and then he gets ejected. So with all this going on in WNBA, RC, is this bad publicity good for business?
I want to make sure I put this disclaimer out there. I do not dislike women's basketball. I've coached it for over 20 years, but this version of it I dislike very much so. It's a circus. I think that looked like that was scripted. I don't know if they're trying to generate interest. I've never seen anything like that happen. I've been to NBA and WNBA games. You can't move like that. It just seemed like it was scripted to me. And then I don't understand her energy towards him going down there, putting herself in a situation where she's still dealing with a man. He towers over her. And it's what's going on. I don't know, man. Like whatever's going on in that league, just look at our country, look at the world, man. So much craziness, man. People taking out the opportunity to exploit where people probably of that, you know, transgender or people that are in that community or you know, stuff going on. It's like they taking an opportunity to latch on to it with no sincerity. Like it's like I'm just going to be a part of that and not really have an interest in that. You know, what he don't really care about transgenders. He just sees an opportunity to play in the league. And then it's just like we sit up here and we give our opinion about it. And then if you don't say what somebody wants you to say, now you're on one side or the other. I think it's just, where do you find the time and the energy for foolishness, man? Like with everything that's going on in the world and all the responsibility we have individually, who wakes up every day and say, I want to trigger somebody today? You know, what's the
People
game?
like that. That's people like that that'll thrive off that stuff.
That's insane.
Devin, what were your initial thoughts when you saw this go down? Do you think this is good for business?
I mean, if you look at the views, it did well. It was like 3.1 million views. Most since 1997 for them. I don't really have a dog in this fight, though. Let's start talking about that. Just like RC said, just because somebody's opinion on this, you're just gonna why? If I pick, hey man, he's right. His shirt's okay. People are gonna come after me. If I say, oh, his shirt's you, people are gonna come after me. So, I like talking about sports. I don't like talking about, oh, is this a dude? Is this a dude? Is this a girl? Is this a girl? Is that a she? Is that a he? Is that a shim?
Mm-hmm.
Let's play football.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. All right, Flowers, your thoughts.
Like I said in the previous segment, this is the time of manipulation at its finest. People want to manipulate things. Honestly, I don't even. I can blame so many people, but just to stay on course of the conversation tonight, I don't understand Natasha Cloud's fury and outbursts against Kanter. Hell, you're losing the game first and foremost. Worry about the game.
Mm-hmm.
If I were the women, man, y'all would. My advice to the women, y'all would do better just ignoring people like Enes Kanter and Royce White. I wouldn't give them the time of the day because you're just gonna drag on the continuous BS that's been going on with your sport, with your league. I like the W. I'll watch it when I can. I like seeing what's going on with Olivia Miles. The Valkyries are pretty good. I like tuning in to Dallas. I like watching the Fever, like watching Atlanta. I mean, like I said, they have my eye with some things, but it's when you get to talk about the transgender stuff. Like, I'm not trying to get into all that. I just truly I don't understand how this just became such a big thing overnight when the when the ones that went looking for this story about transgenders. That's my whole thing. So I understand that somebody overseas is transgender. They talked about aspirations to maybe playing in the W. That's where it started from, and it's went to shit ever since. The W should have been smarter with how they handle it, and then you let politics get in it, and you go from there. When you start dividing things, this is what happens. If they just would have kept it basketball and jumped out in front of things, I mean, they need a new commissioner. First and foremost, they need a new commissioner. Get ahead of these things before you let what's going on now happens. And I hope this is a valuable lesson to them, because it's taking away the growth and the prosperity around the league. Far as you starting to see, multiple teams be decent now, pretty good. You got Juju Watkins and company coming in soon. Don't let this ruin the momentum that you got going with this league.
Hey man, let me say this: we need to inject common sense back into a common world. We need to have simplicity, man. We need someone to stand in front of the camera and say, "Hey, listen, you're not a woman." That's it.
One more thing.
Well, I'll let y'all. Go ahead.
I said this 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna say it again. When those girls were making $60,000, $70,000, $100,000 a year, this was the conversation.
You doggone right.
I'm staying strong on that. And they get a new CBA deal. These women making, the best players are making $3, $4, $5 million a year now. So
you're right.
Now we're trying. Oh, what's a woman? It's funny to me. This league has been, going on for 20, 30 plus years, and it's all of a sudden. This is now we're questioning what a woman is.
You need a commissioner to say, in layman's term, and just keep it simple. We want women in our league. That's it.
That's it.
That's all. I'm gonna holler at y'all. That's it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That I think people watching the game to see what happened next and listen to what the players gonna say instead of watching the girls for their talents. I think that Cantor is grifting because that has been athletes, transgender athletes competing in girls sports in high school and some of the lower levels, and he went out there advocating then. So he's doing it now because it's all eyes on WNBA. So it's just like, man, you can't pay attention to those type of outside influences, especially for the WNBA. Like I said, it all started because Sophie Cunningham went on podcast and said what she said. I think that should have been left right there at that set in time and frame instead of those players answer those questions on the NBA podium. They should have left that off the court. You don't bring that type of stuff into that type of area, especially as this league is trying to grow. So it's just a circus, man. They if Mcloud would never ran over to Cantor, this would be a non-story. Because from what I saw, from what I heard too, Cantor, he didn't say nothing to Mcloud. He wasn't like saying only women play. He wasn't like chanting or nothing like that. He was just actually watching the game. He was there, but he wasn't actually like heckling. He wasn't heckling the players.
Yeah, but him being there and his little stunts and shenanigans he's been doing, that's the distraction in itself.
And
because it's just what I say. You sit up here and you say that I'm about to, declare for the WNBA draft and this and that. I'm transit. How's that helping? I understand you advocate as far as you're saying you don't think it's right.
Yeah.
With in school and stuff, but you can't. I keep asking people this: what difference is Enes Kanter making right now? Like, what is the
that's why I said he's grifting, and that's why I'm saying he's grifting, and that's why I said they should have left him where he's at. They should never went. She should never addressed it him. Cause when you address somebody, what that means? That what that mean? That mean I acknowledge you. That means you're in, my head basically. Like if I see you, that's what I'm thinking about.
But
I mean,
it's fair. But it's fair though. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm just trying to give you good dialect. It's fair to the women. I understand why Cloud at the same time feel that way, and these other women feel that way because in a general sense, they're not being respected.
But you can't do that. You on the court, you getting paid to play.
No doubt.
And you did that in the middle, and you were down 5. You hit your
free timeout too, though, right?
Yes, and you walked at a timeout. You going at the play. You talking about the game. You down 5. She walks her tail all the way down to the end of the other end of the court to confront. That tells me that he's in your head. You can't let somebody get that type of space in your head, and especially in the game. I mean, it's just like what Jerry Jeudy going up to a fan that you hear heckling in the crowd and confront him during the game. I mean, he would have got not talked about. You have to be focused on the agenda, and that's you win the game, not Cantor. Like I say, he's on the other end of the court. He's not saying anything to you, so leave him alone. And that's what caused all this ruckus, because you went down there and started something. Then Cantor, I'm like, bro, you've been all right if you didn't walk up to like do something. Like you walking over the baseline.
Right.
Like, come on, dude.
Right.
Like
that's the other thing. Like he could have just sat there and not said nothing.
Yeah, if he was sat there and not say anything and laughed, I was like, okay, yeah, she's in the wrong, but 2 wrongs don't make it right. Just because she walked up to you don't mean that give you a right to walk up to her and try to start a fight. Like you grifting, like you're doing all these for views, and it's pathetic. Like, man, let's play ball and let's get back to it. That's all it is to it. It just blows my mind that people take these type of topics and turn them to their own, agenda, their own playground. It's just crazy. So, and another thing, WNBA, they gotta give out suspensions, man. Like they have to do something about so many players hitting each other in the face. I seen I don't know how many times players deliberately going like this at a player's face and no suspension. They just get kicked out the game. In the NBA, what's that? That's a 2-game suspension? It's a flagrant and a suspension.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean it's a fragrance if they get kicked out. I mean
Wemby. What was the whole argument with Wemby when he threw that elbow?
Wemby was bad. That was it honestly just depends on how it looks too.
That girl I forgot from Tempo. She took her I
haven't seen it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen it.
The girl, I don't know, went for rebound, went over, and she saw the girl behind her and did like this as hard as she could, and smacked her across the face. And I was just like, bro, that's a suspension.
Stop being soft, man. Now look, if these women want to be rough and tough, let them be rough and tough, man. It's a physical basketball. Is a physical game, whether it's men or women. Let's be fair.
Oh, they hacking, dog. Some of the stuff they're doing is if a man did that to you, we throwing bows. You already know if a man.
I mean, but it's got to be. Look, it's got to be the same with women too. They want equal rights. So all I'm saying is, if they want to be physical, let them be physical.
I don't think some of the players are liking it. Angel Reese, I don't think she's loving it. Her getting hacked.
Yeah.
Rebound.
What Alyssa Thomas did to her a year or two ago was uncalled for.
Yeah. It's just, man, they got clean. They got look. I'm just saying, Flower. They got to set a guideline. Like they can't be wishy-washy with some of these stuff that's going on with some of these foul calls.
I just come from the part of I see the men do it all the time, so it don't bother me when the women do it.
Well, let
them play. Let them play.
That kind of soft in NBA now. They start giving out suspensions or kicking them out the game for little stuff. All right, let's go on. I don't know. Like I said, I'm old school. I play, street ball, whatever. I got fouled. I just kept going.
Well, women did smack the hell out of Nas Reed.
Dude,
I can't.
I was like, dang, did she bust her nose? All right, let's go into overtime. All right. We got Jed York and Deshaun Watson. Yeah, you know what? Deshaun Watson said, I know a place. I know a place, man. I got you.
The Holy
both-
I
Land.
got you.
They both in Ohio too. That's crazy.
He said 150. Somebody said when Deshaun Watson heard 150, you know, he was speeding down the highway. I can't get this off my screen. Hold up. Oh, I know why I can't get off my screen. I uploaded it. He said I moved y'all around. But they said Deshaun Watson was speeding down the highway when he heard 150 for that price. But here's the story. Oh, hold on. Before we hear the story, I got a video.
Hands. Don't move. Don't do anything.
He said, don't do
Unbuckle
anything.
slowly.
Do it.
Step out of the car. Put your hands on the car.
Can you ask what you're doing?
Spread your feet for me.
Yeah, I knew what he was doing.
Can I ask what you're doing?
What are you doing here?
I'm just driving.
You meeting anybody?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Oh man. Careful. Don't move around. Hold on 1 second. Alright. You got anything on you I should know about?
No.
Alright, spread your feet again. Is this a rental car?
Yeah.
What are you doing in
He had
town?
a basketball shorts on. He was ready.
You from here?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I live in Oregon.
Okay.
He said he had
You're
on
just driving around in
basketball
this
shorts.
Boston?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta be in this one. You got it.
This car.
Dang, taking that long to arrest somebody?
Yeah, bro, they slow.
Very slow.
Yeah,
Let me just take him to
they
your
taking
car
that sweet
and,
precious time for somebody meeting
going
over
over here. And
prostitution.
go on the passenger side. Yeah.
And they don't even know who he is.
Yeah, that gotta be on phone.
Man, that's
Awesome. I think that's it, right?
He said, oh yeah. He said, that's a nice tip.
Yeah, that was super easy despite doing a circle here.
You got more cash than Rob, dude. You got cash.
Yeah, he does.
Dang.
He's a real estate guy. He's got all the money.
He's a real estate guy.
Wow. It's crazy the people that do this.
Right?
Like that, they could do whatever they want. Like they could do other things. They could go other ways. But it's wild.
So
He's
he
right.
basically said a lot without saying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So Jed York was arrested in Ohio over the weekend. They said that the law enforcement task force wrote that York identified himself as a man named Joe in response to the ad, which was posted by an undercover officer posing as a woman on a known prostitution website. York contacted the undercover officer twice Saturday with no response before the undercover officer responded to a third message sent Sunday and offered to meet that morning in East Palestine, Ohio. He was blown up. He said, dang, he responded to my two messages. Third the charm, baby. Third the charm. RC. Oh, boy.
So I always said that Sean Watson was a scapegoat for something that has already been known and been going on in the National Football League. I think that they have these places and they introduce these players to him, and Deshaun went too far. And this is a prime example. This guy is worth $500 million, and so the family, I think his family worth $4.5 billion. So he could have done this a little bit more exclusively, discreetly, but. Guys, I see it, a lot of men making fun of this man, But I think it's a lesson in it for all of us because, I mean, he's a public figure who has before this incident, he has no record of anything being done bad, and then in one day, his life turns on his head off of a poor decision. And I think that may be why his wife is divorcing him. He's going through a divorce, and so just wasn't thinking, when was using the wrong head, right? You really would. When I see somebody say bang bang Natter game, he was trying to bang bang his Natter game. But with that being said, man, it's like seeing that picture of him and Robert Kraft. It's like I'm starting to believe this is a thing in that league where they have this set up because you got a guy of that stature in that trailer park. He's been there before. You see what I'm saying? And so this is something that's known and it's something that's going on. But if he would have been in Vegas, he wouldn't have got arrested. That's how crazy this is. If he'd have been in Las Vegas, this would be this conversation wouldn't be being had. It's just, where he's at and what he's doing. But man, it's a lesson in it for all men, man, being able to, no amount of money can police, or first of all, you got to police yourself, and no amount of money or stature can save you from public humiliation. Like now he'll be known for the rest of his life just for that, which is crazy.
Same with Robert Kraft when they see him. Flowers, your initial thoughts on York.
I'm thinking I'm thinking it's a pattern, man. I'm starting to think it's a pattern, like RC's saying. But the thing is, I mean, they're not going to answer for it. Robert Kraft, his whole thing got thrown out the spot he was whatever you want to call it, the parlor he was in. That was being investigated by the FBI, part of a sting. And he just happened to show up and got recorded, getting some special treatment. But they threw that. They was gonna show that tape in court and everything. Just next thing you know, poof, it's gone. All the charges are dropped. Same with Jay York. They pick him up. We see the arrest video, but when he get processed and stuff, everything gets wiped. It's a lot going on, of course, that we don't know. I won't go there. As far as whether it's Deshaun Watson, Jay York. All this stuff to me it all ties in for some odd reason. I don't know why, but it just all ties in. It's an eerie pattern with the 1%ers in this world, man, with sexual assault and etc. I won't say other things, but it's weird, and something needs to be done, and priorities need to be checked at the door. It's odd that Jay York is in Palestine, Ohio, in a trailer park paying $140 for a good time. I don't get it. Like I say, man, you could have been in Bangkok or everywhere else, but you decided to go to Palestine, Ohio. It's something not right about it, but because we'll never find it out. The full truth will never come out about it. It's an embarrassing moment for them, and people will take up for them because they're gonna tell you, well, that act should be legal because PORN is legal, and you'll have that argument with people. So, but look, I don't think he's a bad guy. Hey, that's what you want to do with your dollar, Jay. That's what you go do with your dollar, sir. Just be more careful and make better decisions.
But let me say this, man. We got to also too remember that a lot of these guys who got money are cornballs. Now, I'm gonna say this: a lot of them probably can't get no play. They probably can probably don't know how to talk to women. You would think a man of that stature with that amount of money, just look at a woman. I'm Jed York for the San Francisco 49ers. If you ain't going, somebody will. I just gave somebody some free game. You rich out there, you don't have to go mess with Mrs. Doubtfire in some trailer park. I don't understand it, man. Like, and it's embarrassing because it made me realize too that what was that? Well, it was a night crawler in that trailer park, man. I wanted them to show the woman he was gonna mess with. It
wasn't no woman. Now, if you think about it, if you listen to what all they said, it wasn't no woman.
Okay,
it was undercover cop posed as a woman that he didn't verify.
It takes nothing to take a photo, so.
Yeah, the
But
photo.
my
Let me see the photo.
my thing is, man, it's just a pattern with these guys. I think they get bored. They got all that money. They got access to all these different women. And he was like, man, he got some sort of fetish. Like, man, I want a poor girl in a trailer park.
He could have had a 20v1 at his house to show.
But can he though, Flowers? Can he though?
Yeah, I mean, I
talk,
get what you're saying. Yeah, he can, but can he? Yes, I get what you're saying.
People like this create monsters because they know it's a supply and demand. And it's just like you said, when rich people they get all this money, they get bored. I mean, when you can do whatever you want, you start looking for other things to do, and sometimes it get a little dark. And it's just crazy that he on a website, a public website, when he probably have his bodyguard probably knows somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you have all these connections, and you just go out,
go to Vegas.
That's something else to this story, man. I think something else is.
Yeah, I think it's something else too. I ain't gonna say it on here.
God, that's just that you have too many connections. You somebody else can set up the appointment. It's rare that a guy of his status set up the appointment himself. That's not how it usually goes down.
I've been looking for something. I ain't gonna say
man, I don't know, man.
But guys, do you really think too? And we all know people who've made bad decisions. Hell, we make bad decisions ourselves. But you know that person in your family or that friend, you be like, you did what? Because it don't logically make sense. It don't kind of make sense. So you mean to tell me you just jumped out of your car while I was moving? Like why? So it's like this one of those scenarios and situations where it may have been a rush to him doing it because he probably sees himself as a normal guy.
It's a fetish.
That's what it is.
I'm about to go help this poor girl in the trailer park. You know, I always want a trailer park girl. You know, like it's just like out of all things, you know, that's all thinking.
I got a better one. Have y'all ever seen Pretty Woman?
Yep.
Nuh-uh.
Julia Roberts back in the game.
Yep.
He could have did that.
Yep.
We got 19 scenarios, brother. But Jed chose.
You got a lot.
He chose the one.
So he flew from California to Ohio.
How?
Rented a vehicle and decided to go. So
see, that's what I'm saying. He was trying to. But why rent a vehicle when you use your real name on these websites? Like,
he didn't use his real name on the website. He said his name was Joe.
So
Joe.
He's from Ohio. So
he's from Ohio. Okay.
So he's being from Ohio. So maybe he goes to Ohio to visit family. Okay. And while he's over there, he says something he does regularly. I guarantee you.
He just got caught. Yeah.
It's just
side quest.
Side quest. Hey, like I say, he was ready because he had basketball shorts on. I'll catch him. I thought I'm catching him with some khakis. All right, you know what I'm saying? Right. He said, we're gonna make this thing quick. He said, you know what I'm here for. You know what I'm here. I guess that. She gonna say, you got that 150, 140? Yeah, I got it right here. In cash.
But I have so many questions, like, because I don't even think I don't know, from the way it sounds, it doesn't even sound like he even got to even spend the 140.
Nope.
They got him right there in the parking lot.
And right there in the parking lot.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Go to jail, blue balls. It's crazy.
No, he probably didn't, Flowers, because once he got back to where he was at, he went to jail, but with California, this put everybody on high notice. Oh, Jed, you looking for, pretty much you just put it out there. Now it's a thing that Jed York is looking, the billionaire is looking for something, whatever he's looking for.
That Viagra, and he's ready for a good old time.
Ready for a tour day.
He's injuries. I'm about to show you an injury.
Full pass.
Oh,
bang bang.
Oh man, good thing he didn't end up injured RC, but he did end up arrested. So you got injured coach, arrested owner. What awesome.
That's messing with the morale of the damn team at this point.
I'm trying to look for the real bang.
No, I think that's another thing too. I've seen all the memes. I've been tagged in a lot of stuff. People, I love it because it shows two sides of it. You're gonna need that. Some people want this team to crash and burn. Jerry York has no this ain't Jerry Jones. He has no. You didn't even know who he was or what he looked like till you did this. So
Yeah, I
that's
didn't.
not
I
going
did not.
to now by my coach that could affect it, but he actually stood up there and kind of fed a bunch of BS. But no,
Yeah,
it's
he
gonna take
lied.
it's gonna take more than that to derail this team. They're gonna have to get hurt.
And I don't know. Y'all doing a good job.
We're a week away. We're a week away.
Devin, you got any initial thoughts on this incident?
What are you thinking?
I thought it was hilarious, to be
You
honest.
own an NFL franchise, you're worth billions. You have access to essentially anything in the world. You have a security team. You have private jets. You have hotels.
Yes.
And this is how you choose to spend your Sunday morning. What are you thinking? I mean, take a lesson from Kraft right here, who wrote the playbook on it. Come on, man. His charges were eventually dropped. The surveillance video was ruled it couldn't be used for. At least call Robert Kraft and be like, man, how do I do this? How do I not get caught? I'm not saying it's a good playbook, but apparently he wrote a playbook on it. I mean, if you're going to make a terrible decision, at least go somewhere where it's legal.
Like you said, it gotta be a fetish because even screamers don't have a problem with women. They got a supply on Duke Dennis and Castanet. They always having ton of women on. I was like, I don't know, bro. It's something, like you said, it's something else going on.
It is the guy who dips the mayonnaise and puts the mayonnaise in his coffee. You're not gonna understand it. It's not gonna make sense to you. You don't like mayonnaise in your coffee, and so it's like this scenario situation.
That's how we're living at the moment. So we
Like
don't know.
He's out there. Like I said, visiting family in Ohio, and decides I'm gonna get me a little playtime. Negative.
He don't have no high school sweetheart in Ohio.
Yeah, what if it was an old girlfriend or something?
Yeah, it's crazy.
140.
All right,
140.
140. Hey, that's like no tip. Dang, dude, he's bogus for no tip.
I seen a
that's how much it is. That's how much
I seen a graphic. It said 149er.
149.
I'm like, you're killing me, man. You're killing me, man. Can we kick the ball off already, man? Come on,
man. Tell me about it. Thank you, RC. Can we get football started, guys? I'm getting tired of these side stories, man.
Apocalypse took him over, man. That's all. That's
right. And they said the woman he was going to meet was Brandon Ayuk.
Oh wow.
It's crazy, man. Like, it's just bad. It's bad, and it's getting worse because now, and I think it should be some type of. For me, can you imagine? That's why I always say, give me the money, forget the fame. Can you imagine your weakest moment being on just the whole world can see this? Like, wow.
Right, they need to give the money to people that are gonna use it well and disappear.
He needs he's gonna need a therapist and a nice drink.
Well, yeah. I forgot to show this. I put the poll up on Instagram. Who gonna win the NFC South? And here's the results. Like I said, I got a bunch of Saints haters following me. The Buccaneers and Panthers tied for the first place. I was very surprised at the outcome of that poll.
At least we all can agree on 11.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, nobody votes on that. Nobody. All right, let's go to our low lights. Then we'll be getting out of here. Where is my video? Oh, here it is.
It's time for Voice of the Fans Lowlights.
Add Jig York to that graphic, man.
Oh yeah, right. I need to change it up. Need to take Josh Allen off. So here's the low light. What James?
Yeah, it looked kind of.
It took me reading the comments to figure out what was going on. I thought he was twerking. Then I realized that somebody made in the comments of what they were doing. He put me in a dog. I was like, at first, that looked like that.
No, he could have stood. He could have stood on side of him. I mean, if Caleb Williams would have did that to DeAndre Swift, the internet would have went crazy, right?
Yep.
So somebody,
I
but you know,
agree.
but you know, Jameis can't read the room at all, can he?
You
He just
can't. Yeah, it's just I was
James
like,
is hilarious.
I was
Yes.
like, Mike. I bet it was his idea. It was his idea for him to do that. With,
they probably
Cam.
been working on it for 2 weeks. Been working on it for 2 weeks.
All right, let's go to sports news. I'm trying to go to my pictures where I have
That's
it.
that's another team that needs to ready for them to kick the football off the Giants. Man, it's a lot going on.
Man, they got the fighting today.
The NFL has eliminated Pro Bowl games. The focus will now shift on celebrating the honor of being a Pro Bowl selection.
I'm cool with that.
I just wish they brought back the skill challenge. Man, bump all them games. Let's do the skills challenge.
I do miss that.
That was
bench,
fun.
the 40. Yeah, I missed
Yes, the precision passing.
Yep.
I don't know. Y'all remember that video game? It was on Game Boy. It was
Quarterback Club.
Yep. And you can do the precision passing with the quarterbacks. You played the Pro Bowl game like that. Danny Pinter is the Ravens center. He out for the season. And Calvin Austin III, he's out for the season with ACL.
Towards ACL, I heard that.
And all right, that's it. Oh yeah, one more thing. The Texans traded for Kayson Boutte.
Really?
Yeah, he lost Higgins.
And ain't gonna matter.
Drafted. So yeah, you're right. See, ain't gonna matter.
CJ Stroud is still there.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Y'all seen the video? It just looked goofy. He the first quarterback I ever see do the eye coordination.
Yeah.
I never seen it before. It's a new type of training.
But by the end of the year, it'll look like this. that's what's gonna happen by the end of the year.
I like this. I like when the eye coordination training come into play. When they start doing that.
Dude, when you start doing that type of stuff, yeah, because you got to think about. That's why I tell kids this all the time. When you're doing all this extra stuff, you overcomplicating this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, those guys back in the day, I hate to harp on back in the day, but what can you see Dan Marino talking about? Okay. What are you doing?
Tom Brady. If none of the greats did it, why do I have to do it? Like, what? That's what I'm looking at. Like, did y'all train? Like, I asked Tom, do you train for that?
It's these trainers, bro. These trainers come up with these different ideas. Yeah, they come up with these different things to make you think you. It's all in that package. What they're getting paid for.
Man, he better come out throwing for 20 plus touchdowns and 3
interceptions. 20.
Ooh,
you need about 30 because he gonna want a max deal. And I'm only being honest. So the Texans are gonna have to make a decision. Do you want to invest a good percentage of your payroll on CJ Stroud?
Hey, y'all all do this for a second. Everybody do this real quick. So now Flowers play football. Look how crazy we all look on this.
Now, when I was in college playing defensive line, we used to have to punch like boxers, but we was hitting the bag, taking a step.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The jab, because we jab it into shoulder pads, but I don't know what the hell this is.
What's he doing? Switching a defensive end from hitting?
It's like that Dak twist. Like, what are you doing? Like,
it's like everybody in the comments defending CJ Stroud, like, oh, y'all know what y'all talking about. It's the eye movement coordination that get you your eye pupils right. They're like, bro,
what?
Like, if they won't see that Stroud do anything, he need to be trying to focus.
Right.
Learn and focus.
It's not your eyes, buddy. It's not your eyes.
I bet you God looked at it and was like, what in the world is he doing? Did I create him? Did I program them to do that?
How much instead of him focus on what the defense is gonna do to him, he over there doing eye movements.
Yeah.
You need to be thinking about what you're gonna see in front of you.
And go put that tablet in your hand, go watch some film.
Right.
Those hands
Stop throwing to the other color, brother.
Ever since he cut his dreads, He been losing that war. Somebody say he look like a well bit. He look like a well bit stud.
It is like a burrow.
All right, hey, we brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. NFL coming up. We have college football, Major League Baseball. Bet Us is your home for all action all season long. Whether you're betting in the biggest games, it gives you a wide range of wagering options. Keep every matchup exciting. So use Bet Us.
It's time.
I might do me a season better too this weekend.
I'm getting tired of Major League Baseball. I had the Rangers +2. And they get blown up by the White Sox. They lost by 4 runs.
Today.
I'm done. Yesterday. It was yesterday.
Everybody's wrestling for postseason.
I'm listening to 2 experts. And I'm doing my own numbers. I'm like, okay, they should cover 2 runs. It was 6-0. It was 6-0 in the 3rd inning. I'm like, bro.
And you know what? You probably used to the White Sox not being good. They're actually pretty decent.
They turned it around finally.
But the Rangers, they've been like steady. You know what I'm saying? They've been steady. And it's just stupid. All right, guys. That's the end of the show. Thank y'all for tuning in. Share with family and friends, like and subscribe. We appreciate support. Like I said, NFL season coming up. So we're gonna be trying a little bit harder. We're gonna be going to 2 shows Tuesday and Thursday to cover Sunday games. So stay tuned for that. Anything else, guys? Y'all want
week 0 this weekend, college football.
Time to bet some money on that. Yes, sir. So we can't wait. Like I said, that's a game with Saturday. I know the Saints preseason game is Friday, so there's a college game Saturday or Friday.
There's a bunch of the regular season starts Saturday.
There's a bunch of games Saturday. Like 8 games, I think.
We back in action.
Well, I don't be on the football. I don't be on the baseball field this weekend. Son got travel ball game, so I don't know how
they're falling out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. So he can't wait. All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll be back next time. We out of here.
Hey, y'all be safe. Y'all be safe. Man.
Indeed.